In this video, I'm gonna show you how to create partners, how to create physical persons and connect them as owners of the company or directors or secretaries, etc. We have a brand new database. It has only 3 partners on it, so let's say all partners. And now we are going to use edit to rename the company. So let's say the company is Aleo Tech, like this. Okay. So we can create some other fields, but we need to know that it's internal. That means we are having the control on this company, and it will be treated in the database in separate ways like other companies or physical persons. What we need to know to enter for sure is the country, okay, and that's it. So it's active company, we just submitted, and now here we have Aleo Tech as our company. So how to add directors? So first we need to create another partner, and it will be physical person. So let's say Leonid Mamchenkov. So you can fill his birthday or whatever, but what we need is for the minimum to know his country and jurisdiction. So the country is here, Cyprus, and jurisdiction CYP. Let's say UK. Country of birth, Cyprus. Okay, so residency, sorry, Cyprus. Yeah, so the next one, so we have Leonid Mamchenko, and let's create his brother. So physical person, now it's gonna be faster. So Alexander Mamchenkov. Okay. So I think residency is the Cyprus, and jurisdiction CYP. That's 2 last was the minimum. Let's submit. Here we have no errors, it's okay. So in order to add them, let's say we're going to add Leonid as director and Alexander as secretary to this Aleo Tech company. So we go inside of this company, and we have here events. So we have some different type of events, but all events are empty. So we create one event which is corporate, and we appoint a director. And we choose director Mamchenkov, and select, let's say, Leonid as a director. And then let's say he started from 01/01/2019. Okay, as director. It's number, it's the date of the entry is this one, should be start date, and end date he's still there. So let's say he will finish somewhere 2040. Okay, I hope he will work until that time and be as a director. And it's complete and active. So this event is complete for sure, and it will be active. And now we see that director is Leonid Mamchenkov, though there is no secretary. So now we are doing the same thing. We are going to events. As you can see, now we have events here, as well as incorporation events, but this event is not duplicated to the capital. It has nothing to do with the capital. So in any of them, we create another event, and we create appoint secretary. In the same way, the start date is this one, and date 01/01/40, and partner Mamchenko, but now we need Alexander Mamchenko. It's complete and active. Save. Now we can see that secretary and Leonid is director. Okay, now what we're going to do, let's say Leonid is owning 60% of this company and Alexander owning the rest 40% of this company. If we're going to chart this, we are going to see that it's the chart will be empty. Okay, so now I go back and I create shareholders. Okay, so I go to the table shareholders, and the same manner I'm going to create that Aleotech, and owner, one of the owner is Mamchenkov, Leonid. He owns 60% of the company, and the quantity of the shares, let's say 600. The type is direct, and it's okay. Date of acquisition it's like this. Date of disposal 01/01/2040. So he started to own this company at this date, and he will finish at this date, but you can put any date you want from here. Or when he will sell his shares, you have to edit this record and put the date of sale of his shares. So now we have 60 shares of him, but what happens to the chart? Let's see how it now. So now we see Leonid Mamchenko 60%. Okay, now we go back and we add one more shareholder. Here his brother is Alexander. You see the program calculated remaining 40%, so the remaining shares of his shares 400. The date of acquisition the same. Let's say they bought it at the same date. The date of disposal 01/01/2040. Okay, it's created. Now if we're going to see the chart, ownership chart, now it is like this. So we see that Leonid Mamchenkov and Alexander. Now we need to put the share. So if we're going to put create the share certificate, we have no events, so we did not issue any shares. We did not distribute those shares among the owners, even though we already know the owners and how much they own from the previous topic. So now we're going to make create the event which has to do with the capital. Okay, so now we're going to issue shares, which is here, and start date of the issuing shares is this one, and date is 01/2040. Let's say like this. The quantity was 1000 shares. The price was 1 per each share. The number from 1 to 1000. Okay, complete event and activate this event. Now you can see that 1000 shares were issued, but 0 were allocated. So we need to create another event. As you can see, the program warns you what to do. So when we appoint the director, we need to replace the incorporation documents to in the registrar, as well as to make annual general meetings before this place. Okay, so the program controls every step of it. So now we need to create another event, is to distribute those shares among 2 people. So I go again to the events of the capital. I add this one, this more event, and I select transfer of shares. So we need to transfer these shares, and we start the date of transfer is like this, and on this date, and he will be owning until this date. So the partner is Leonid. We can do Leonid So Leonid, quantity 600, the price is 1, the numbers from 1 to 600. Okay, so we complete and activate this event. It still has 0 are allocated. Let's see what was the problem on the event. Capital, transfer of shares, even though we have completed, but it did not save completion. Now we saved the completion. Now we have allocated 600 shares. Let's do the same with the rest of the shares. We go and add one more event, which names transfer of the shares, starting date of this date, ending date, we already know this date. Then partner Alexander, quantity of shares 400, the price is 1 per each, numbers from 601 to 1000. Okay, so look, here is the small bug, I think. So we have completed and activated, but for some checks, internal checks, maybe it's not a bug, maybe some kind of checks, but it resets. So you see, it is not completed event. So I need to go and make it complete, and now there is no red sign that no shares allocated. Now, if we're going to see the share certificate, we have 2 events. So let's say for Alexander Mamchenkov, so it downloads the nicely formed share certificate, very good quality, as you can see, zoom, everything is good. Okay. Next one is corporate register. So the corporate register, if we print, what we will have, so there is no mail address inserted. Okay, well, you can do it in the profile of each, so registered addresses as well as directors. He doesn't have any addresses here, but what we can see is as you can see, we can see these shares in this corporate register. Let's make some changes to the address. Let's say he has address of Archiepiscop Makariou 223. Let's say whatever is Limassol, Cyprus. I will copy paste the same to his brother, so I can find it was here, edit, and paste it here, submit. And also I will change the address of the company. So let's say it's Georgiou Street 23, whatever, blah blah blah, Limassol, Cyprus. Okay, submit. And now if we're going again to print the corporate register, it will be much cleaner with the addresses. You see the addresses here, and the addresses of the guys who is owning the company is also here. So that's everything pretty much, what you know how to deal with the clients, with partners. So if we see the partners, then we can see that our partners are here. It's better if you control them. You have to put here, let's say I see that Alexander Mamchenkov has a type of none, so I will put him as internal because he's the director of the company that we are controlling. So the type is internal. Okay, now everything is in order, and we can see from here that Aleotech has UBO of Leonid Mamchenkov and Alexander. So the shareholders are also here. That's it for this topic.